Well, my other assistant decided to show up and get on the job. So he's supervising, but not for long because I do have to get to this fabric. So he's going to be a little annoyed at me with that. But beside that, rubbing the cat, which is part of his, it's in his contract. He must give me loving if I'm going to help. I've been doing some fancy pockets. And I actually just made a double pocket. Remember, I left you, I did this top hem, which is going to be the top part of the pocket. And then we had this other fabric around, making the pocket a little louder. You want people to hear you when you're coming. And I decided to make a double pocket out of that. So you can put your phone in here, and then your cigarettes or your change or whatever in the second pocket. The cat toys, dog treats. It's a cool thing. I just love pockets. Leave it to me. One of these days I'm gonna make a shirt with pockets all over the place. What fun that'll be. I wonder what kind of fabric I'll use. I could have lined it, which is nice, but I did not. Doesn't need it really. It's just fleece. The fleece is heavy enough. So after I've explained that, okay, so I used the fancy stitch to hem it to make it look good. Did the same thing at the top of that pocket. But on the sides, I used just regular zigzag. And I allowed the foot to guide me. I did not use any of these lines. I kept it here, and that way you can catch it here without having to fold it under like I did that one. Okay? So I just did the top, and then I laid it flat and caught it right on the edge with the zigzag stitch. All the way around. It just came down here, over here, and back up here. And then I backed up and did what I call a locking stitch, where you back the machine up and let it do. So it'll last you a while. Okay, so now we're going to move the cat. So I hate to wake him from his nap, but so we have to put the pockets back where they came from. All right. So excuse me, Mr. Poo-Poo. Mr. Poo-Poo, I'd like to do my excuse me, Mr. Poo-Poo. I want to do my pockets. Do you mind? Come on, boo-boo. Come on. Come. Yes. Thank you. Well, that went over well. Okay. So this is my top. He didn't move it really. And this is the wrong side. So now I'm going to take up where I left off and put it back on the front side, where we can see the hem here, or what will be the hem. We're going to finish this. And we will eyeball it again. Now I'm putting it up a little high because I suspect I might make this a little shorter. So I'm eyeballing it. Now if you want to, and I know my videographer would, if you want to, because this is also fun. She's training me well. You can measure the distance between here and here and pin it. Measure the distance between there and there, as long as you give yourself a ½ inch for your seam. Okay? And then you can, if you want, measure the distance from here to here. And you can be happy knowing that your pockets are straight. Okay? But since it don't take much to make me happy, I think they're straight. All right? But you do want to pin it in place, because now, since this fabric is a little bit different than the fleece, it will creep. So, in other words, it'll move. And then I'll put my top on and say, how did that get crooked like that? Okay, so you can even put one just right in the middle. Okay, as long as you just keep them in place. All right, now we're on the top side now. Remember, I just flipped that back over. And this is the top side. All right, and we're just going to... And I'm going to do the same thing with these pockets, by the way. So I'm going to just tell you what I'm doing, and then I'll come back and show you how that front looks. I'm going to go down the side of here using my zigzag stitch. Okay? And it'll be as simple as that. I'll start here, come down and around and up here and lock it. Done. Same thing here. Just a zigzag stitch. Now, if you don't want to do that, here's another option. You can do that and use a straight stitch. But I want to be sure I have plenty of room in my pockets. So this is what I'm going to do. All right? And you can start here, do a locking stitch, and come down here with a zigzag. Come around here and up here and lock it up here. All right? And that'll be done. See you in a minute.